66 million years ago, this was the ocean's ultimate predator, a monster that terrorized every living thing in the sea, the Mosasaur. These ammonites were the Mosasaur's favorite meal. They look similar to modern-day nautiluses, but they vanished along with the dinosaurs. These creatures could use their tough shells to fend off most marine attackers. Plus, they could zip through the water at high speed. When danger struck, ammonites would blast water jets to make sharp turns. When dealing with such clever prey, they had their own bag of tricks. The ammonite's fatal flaw was the blind spot behind it. Attack from this angle, and the ammonite never saw it coming. After the lightning-quick capture, the Mosasaur didn't just swallow it whole. Those hard shells were impossible to digest. The Mosasaur bit through the shell, then let go. What happened next was incredible. Ammonites normally stored air in their shells to stay buoyant, but now, with the shell cracked open, the body started sinking uncontrollably. Water pressure would eventually separate the soft body from the broken shell. This way, the Mosasaur could easily get to the tastiest parts. Could turn any sea creature into dinner. Even dinosaurs weren't off the menu. As marine reptiles, mosasaurs dominated shallow coastal waters too. The same dinosaurs that once bullied their ancestors now saw them as serious threats. The thousands of years of mosasaur evolution involved way more than just these changes. Their transformation might blow your mind. This story starts 100 million years ago in Africa. 66 million years ago, mosasaurs ruled the oceans. Even when they slept, no creature dared to mess with them. But before mosasaurs evolved into this form, they were actually tiny little creatures. They even lived in the shadow of dinosaurs. Millions of years later, humans discovered thousands of mosasaur fossil specimens. This shows that before going extinct, mosasaurs had spread across all major ocean regions. So how exactly did mosasaurs first appear? And what kind of relationship did they have with dinosaurs? Way back 300 million years ago, mosasaurs and dinosaurs shared a common ancestor. It was a primitive reptile. Then these two species began taking different evolutionary paths. Mosasaurs evolved alongside lizards and snakes in the same family, while dinosaurs evolved with crocodiles and other reptiles. So their evolutionary paths were completely different. Dinosaurs evolved into massive creatures and successfully dominated the land. But during this time, how far had mosasaur ancestors evolved? Let's go back 100 million years. This is the African continent, and on the beach, a small proto-mosasaurus crawling along the sand doesn't look like much. It was less than 3 feet long. In this age of giant beasts, it was nothing special. But this proto-mosasaurus was actually the ancestor of mosasaurs. During this period, mosasaur ancestors still lived on land. They hadn't entered the oceans yet. So let's keep watching and see how these mosasaur ancestors survived. Obviously, dinosaurs on land were already incredibly powerful at this time. They came in all kinds of varieties. These sauropod dinosaurs had massive bodies. Mosasaurus were tiny compared to them. Even though Protomosasaurus were really small back then, they still had things they could pick on. Swallowing food whole was Protomosasaurus' favorite way to eat. Because food resources by the ocean were limited, so to survive in this tough environment, swallowing prey of all shapes and sizes in one gulp guaranteed efficient feeding. This was probably their only advantage. But not all dinosaurs ignored them. Like these scary predators, they would sometimes treat these Protomosasaurus as dessert.